Alright guys, how's it going? Daz Mack, photographer extraordinaire. I've been photographing for 12 years now. I do commercial photography, wedding photography, family photography. So whatever it is you're looking for advice on, you're in the right place. This is the channel for you. So today I'm going to be talking about 3 things that you don't really hear much about when you're looking for advice on starting your photography business, or if you've already started your photography business and you're looking to get busier. These 3 pieces of advice are just to know what to expect and how to prepare yourself mentally and physically. You'll know what to expect, so you'll be ready for anything. So I've saved the best for last, obviously, as I'm going to do in any video, because I want you to watch till the end. It's the most important one and you just need to remember it at all times when you're starting out. So stick around for that last tip. This is all stuff that I wish I knew when I started out in photography, and it's also stuff that I've just learned over the 12 years of photographing, really. It's not going to be things like learn composition and learn how to edit. These are things like for the real world. So get out your favourite pens and paper, your favourite bits of stationery, if you're a stationery lover like me, and I'll get straight into it. So first off, I just want to say being a full-time photographer really is the best job in the world. I absolutely love it. 99% of other photographers that you ask absolutely love it as well. There's no denying that. We literally turned a hobby and made it into a career, and we get paid well to do it, and I don't want to take away from that. If you're looking to become a full-time photographer, or if you've just started out in photography and you want to make it a career, stick with it, pursue it, because it's the best. You're doing what you love every day. You're getting to be creative and you're getting paid to do it, and you're going to meet amazing people and amazing couples. And I'm not trying to put you off it at all. In fact, I want to encourage you to keep going with it, because it's just amazing. These things that I'm going to be talking about are just what go alongside running a business full time, and what it really takes to succeed, and how you progress not only as a business but as a person. Enlightened. You'll be enlightened after this video. So don't think that this is going to be a downer video or a video to put you off. It's going to be a video to make you excited, but you're going to be ready for it as well. So let's go into it with number 1. So advice or tip number 1, it's not really advice or a tip. These are just things that I'm telling you. So things I'm telling you, number 1, there's no working hours. So you're probably working in a job now where you've got set hours. It might be 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. When you become full-time photographer, there's no working hours. A typical working day for me and any other photographer at the minute is I wake up at 6:45 and I refresh my emails to see if I've got any inquiries through the night. I go to bed between 10 and 11 on a night. I refresh my emails. I check Instagram and Facebook. Just because they're social media doesn't mean they're not work. The things I'm posting on there are for work. It's not my personal stuff. It literally is for work. So just because it's social media, remember that it is work. And if you're doing that at 9 o'clock at night, you're working at 9 o'clock at night. This isn't going to be a 9 to 5 job. At the minute, if you're working a full-time job and you think, I can't wait to become a photographer full-time, I'll be able to set my own hours. I'll get out of bed at 11 a.m. I'll go and have dinner with friends, and then I'll do my work 2 or 3. It doesn't work like that. Sorry to hit you with the hard news. There's no working hours. You'll always be working. You'll always be on the clock. It's just the reality of it. The more time that you have to run your business, the more hours you'll put in, or you'll have to put in if you want to succeed. Whether that's doing your accounts, doing your advertising, scheduling posts, editing, updating your website for SEO, updating blog posts, whatever it is, you need to find time to do all these things on top of actually photographing as well. So just be prepared and be aware that you have to put in the hours, and it's going to be a lot of hours. It's really important to remember to have time to yourself. Personally, on a Monday, I've started not booking photo shoots on a Monday anymore. Those are my day now. Call them Mac Monday. I don't really, I've just made that up, but I will start calling them Mac Monday from now on. And all I do that for is if I've got something that I need to do for myself, I know I've got a Monday to do it. It doesn't happen where I just get a day to myself where I sit down and read a book for 8 hours. What I'll do on that Monday usually is if I've been photographing a wedding at a weekend, because I get excited and I want to see the photographs, I'll end up still looking at those photos and editing some of them on the Monday. So it never actually happens where it's just a day to me, but that's just because I love what I do and I'm excited to see the photos. So that's more me feeling that I want to do that rather than I have to do that. So it doesn't really feel like work to me then. So yeah, the point I'm getting to is you'll be working 12, 13-hour days most days of the week. Make sure to book some time in for yourself, but also you will actually love it. In fact, if there's enough interest, I will film a day from waking up to going to bed to show you exactly what's involved when you're just a full-time freelance photographer. So to measure the interest, drop likes or drop comments, drop heavy beats. I don't know. Yeah, drop some likes or leave some comments if you want to see a full like 12-hour, 13-hour, obviously I'm not going to record for 13 hours. You don't have to watch all of that, but I'll show you what's involved, just how long replying to email inquiries and things actually takes, so you can see the hours you've got to put in and how I'll have to pause The Mandalorian because someone sent me a message on Instagram and they need a reply now. Again, when you get to this point in your career, it doesn't feel like you're doing work because it just feels like you're messaging a friend because you're attracting the people that you want to work with. So you'll be replying to emails at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, and it's okay to do, especially if you enjoy it. I've been doing this 12 years and I still love it and I still enjoy it, and I still absolutely love working for myself. I couldn't picture going to work for somebody else ever again, to be honest. This is what I want to do. So if you like that and you've got that mindset and you're okay with that, then great, stick with it. It's amazing. But I just want you to be aware that there's a lot of hours. So piece of advice / things I'm telling you, number 2 is you are now every department. I know I mentioned it in the last thing that I'm telling you, but this thing that I'm telling you is you are now every department. When you go full time and you're relying on this for your income, you are now the photographer, the editor, the advertising department, the social media manager, your HR, you're the accountant, you're the tea lady, you're the receptionist. You've got all these roles to do now, and you have to do them and do them well because you need to get that work in. You need to make an income, you need to pay your bills. So you have to do all these tasks and you have to do them all well and properly. You can't slack off on one because it'll have a knock-on effect. If you don't put social media posts on now because you're too busy photographing, in a month's time when you've finished photographing, there's going to be no new work booked in because you didn't advertise a month ago. The same as if you're not invoicing people or replying to emails when you should be, then in a month's time, that's going to have a knock-on effect when you're not getting paid or you're not getting new work in again. So if you don't keep on top of social media, no new work comes in. If you don't keep on top of your accounts, no money comes in. If you don't keep on top of tea bags, no cups of tea come in. So you've got to keep on top of all these jobs. So just be aware now while you've got chance, or maybe you've got some downtime, learn how to do all these things and do them well. So again though, enjoy it, love it, it's the best job in the world. I'm not trying to put you off. I just feel like I was a bit downery there, but I'm not being downery, I'm being uppery. So enjoy it, stick with it. These are just things that you have to do to run a successful business. Just a really quick one, if you're enjoying this video, if you could give it a thumbs up or leave a comment or even consider subscribing, that'd be amazing. If you've already subscribed, here's 100 cool points. Thanks for being here, you're the best. So things I'm telling you, number 3, and most importantly in my eyes, because not a lot of people tell you this, they'd rather sell you a course on how to be successful or do SEO. Just remember, it takes time. Same as anything, same as becoming good at anything, it takes time. And not a lot of people mention it. If you start now, if you were to start today and you've never worked in photography before, if you start advertising now for weddings, for example, if you haven't got a portfolio, not a lot of people are going to trust you to go and photograph the wedding. If you've started getting wedding work in and people start booking you now, those bookings probably aren't going to be for the next year, 2 years. They're not going to be for next week or next month. They're going to be for a year or 2 years in advance. So just remember that it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight, and you couldn't suddenly run an advertising campaign, for example, this month, fill your calendar for the next 3 months. So just be aware that it does take time. It is slow at first, but once that momentum gets going, just stick with it. Stick with it through the quiet periods. Use that time to learn accounting. Use it to practice your photography and new techniques. Look at what other photographers are doing and take inspiration from them. So use that time to get your experience as well, even if it's shooting for cheap or free, like I mentioned in my other video, which I'll mention here. Or is it here? Wherever it is, click on that. Just click on that if you want to learn about building a portfolio and getting experience. But just remember, it takes time. You've got to stick with it. It doesn't happen overnight. It's okay. It's okay to be working a full-time job and doing this on a weekend. Nobody can jump straight into this with both feet and just rely on it for all the money and all the income and all the bills. You can't do that straight away. You've got to build it up, and you will build it up if you just stay with it. Keep sowing them seeds on social media, like I've mentioned in my other videos. Just be everywhere, keep doing it, and you'll just get busier and busier. And because you were prepared for all of this by watching this video, you'll know exactly what to expect, and it'll be smooth sailing. How's that sound? I swear, so this video was not meant to put you off at all. I know I've already mentioned it. Don't be disheartened, don't be down or anything like that. It's the best job in the world, and I mean that. You'll absolutely love it. You've just got to keep going with it and be prepared for these things mentally and physically. Like I said, working 13-hour days isn't only a toll on your head, it's a toll on your legs and your eyes especially. So stick at it, you'll love it. Smash it to pieces, and smash that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll love you forever. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time. Love you. Bye. Knocked my mic there.